One's good, one's bad, yeah, they're really always like this. We don't know who's who, but at least we know who Mike is. They love to complain, they got sports on the brain, and they frequently drive each other insane. It's the good and the bad and the Mike. The good and the bad and the Mike. The good and the bad and the Mike. It's the good and the bad and the Mike.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Good, the Bad and the Mike. As always, I'm Oisin. That's Cian.
Hello.
And that's Mike.
Hello.
No woos this week.
I'm mixing it up.
I like it. I like your style.
Good along the toes.
Yeah, there's no housekeeping, so let's just jump straight into it. Mike, what news have you got for us this week?
Alright. Watford have yet again sacked another manager. As of today, Claudio Ranieri was sacked after just 3 months in charge. I believe this is the second time Watford have now gone through 3 managers in a single season.
I mean, it's impressive, but also not surprising.
No, scientists are reporting that by 2030, 1 in 3 people in UK will have managed Watford at some point in their lives.
Incredible.
So, with this sacking, it means Watford, in the space of 10 years, have gone through 18 managers.
To be fair, he had some good moments during his time.
Not enough to keep him going, though.
He
No,
had
not at all.
2 good moments.
He did, yeah. They were 2 good moments. They were great moments.
That's
So. He had a 5-2 win against Everton and a 4-1 win against United. Like, what
Yeah,
more
it's
can
pretty
you
good.
want as a Watford fan?
A few more
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah, maybe not
Surviving.
to be 19th. I mean, look, they're only 2 points behind Norwich, but they have 2 games in hand. Like,
That is true.
they're
But
not
they
in
did
the
lose to
worst
Norwich.
position, but they did lose to Norwich. That is true. They're also only 2 points ahead of Burnley, who also have 2 games in hand over Watford. So, swings and roundabouts. But yeah, I wonder,
Would this be-
who do they go for?
Would this be the end of Ranieri in England?
I don't know. I mean, he did win the Premier League.
But is it one of those where he peaked so much, so hard that he'll never reach? I know he'll never reach anything like that again. Let's be honest. That Leicester story, I would be
Yeah.
shocked if that happens again.
Yeah, it was kind of the perfect storm of conditions because everyone else also had a really bad year, and
Yeah.
Leicester had
And-
a really great year.
And a good recruiting drive,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if we if we do ever see him back again.
That's it. Bit of an odd choice for current favourite to take over.
Who is the current favourite to take over, Mike?
Fabio Cannavaro at 2-1.
Cannavaro.
Yeah.
That is an odd choice.
So the candidates are Cannavaro's at 2-1,
Right,
Lampard's 4-1,
right,
Paulo Fonseca is 6-1.
right.
Daniel Farke is 8-1. Gar Parker 9-1. Rafa is 11-1. Mark Hughes 14-1, and Graham Potter is 25-1.
Interesting. Lampard would be an interesting choice, but I don't know if he'd I don't know. Do you think he'd go to Watford?
No, I think my view on Lampard is he's waiting for a job where he has enough players and he has kind of a pep approach. He wants to pick a team that gives him the best possible kind of reasoning to do. That's why he's been declining a few times. Like, kind of don't want the pressure on me a bit.
Fair.
Kind of thing is what I'm getting from Lampard.
Fair
He
enough.
did the job at Derby, but he benefited of it, in my opinion, with the Derby job was he already was with a promotion favourite team and he got a lot of using his relationship with Chelsea, was able to get a lot of promising youths and loan deals set up with Chelsea.
He got out of Derby at the right time, to be fair.
Exactly.
All right. Cian, what have you got for us?
What have I got? We have they've announced the 6 strong Irish team that'll be taking on Beijing in a week's time as part of the Winter Olympics. So we have 2 newcomers to the Winter Olympics. Elsa Desmond in the luge, which is the first time Ireland have actually competed in any luge event. So that's pretty cool.
It's pretty exciting.
And Jack Gower, he's a goer, in the alpine skiing. And then we have 4 returners. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Tess Arbez in the alpine skiing, Brendan Newby in freestyle skiing, Thomas
Must be
Maloney
new to the sport.
Westgard, probably, in cross-country skiing, and good old Seamus O'Connor in the snowboarding. This is his 3rd Olympics, and he's only 24 because he competed at 16
Jeez, that's some
for
goal.
Ireland. Yeah, innit?
He's
So,
got,
yeah,
he's got a
be
good
keeping
few
up with
Olympics
those
left in
6 of
him.
them. He probably does, to be fair.
Are we? I haven't seen any times, but are we like expecting any medals?
No, probably not.
Not at all.
No.
Oh well.
I did hear one of them's like not terrible. I was reading a bit
Ooh.
about it.
I mean, yeah, this just means that when we do win medals, it'll be all the sweeter.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen at some point.
Exactly.
So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully.
Let's see.
Hopefully.
We have had great fun following the whole Djokovic drama over the
Yes.
past few weeks.
Has another country declared war on him?
No. But the F1 is going to Australia for one of their first races, I believe, this year. And they
Is
have
that- yeah.
announced that in order to avoid any drama like that, they're putting a blanket ban on vaccination exemptions. So everyone in the paddock will be vaccinated, or has to be vaccinated.
Imagine that Lewis Hamilton shows up unvaccinated. He's like, I'm immunized. They're like, what does that even mean?
The Aaron Rodgers special.
Find out.
Yeah.
That's it. Find out on Joe Rogan tomorrow.
He shows up with a big tub of ivermectin, being like, lads, I got this.
That's hook me up.
No, Mikey. This isn't right.
But it's interesting
They will
to
get a
see
soundboard.
other sports come out and see how much bad press that Djokovic got from that, and just go, all right, we're going to completely avoid that and go the whole other way.
Oh, very true. Very true. I would assume that they probably have it all sorted, considering they've done a full season of 2021.
I believe
I didn't
pretty
hear any
much
issues.
everyone was already vaccinated.
Yeah.
I think all the drivers were, and the issue was just going to be like there might have been random engineers and stuff who weren't vaccinated.
Yeah.
They've put a blanket ban on all of it now, so everyone will be.
Fair. That'll be good for the sport.
Yeah, I'm looking
When's
forward
that
to
kick
that
off?
season coming back. It's
March?
February, I think, end of February.
Oh.
Let me double check.
Quick, Ocean. Quick.
I know, I'm working on it. The issue is that when you type in Formula 1 2022, you get all this stuff about the cars.
Yeah.
This is new cars.
Bahrain on the 20th
20th
of
of
March.
March. You're spot on.
Mm.
I think testing is soon enough. The first testing.
I mean, wasn't someone testing the week after last season ended?
Yeah.
Can you send us something about that? That was kinda
Yeah.
funny.
It was Valtteri Bottas who had his last race in Mercedes in Abu Dhabi, and then like the Tuesday afterwards was still in Abu Dhabi testing out the Alfa Romeo car, who he has joined for this season.
Ah.
But this season's going to be very interesting with all the
Oh yeah,
all the
Australia's
regulation
number
changes.
3 on the circuit here. Oh,
I believe actually someone
they've
also
2
said
American
that,
races. I never knew that. Or they're having 2 this year anyway.
someone also said that I think it was Saudi Arabia. They forced, or like everyone had to be vaccinated for Saudi Arabia anyway.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right.
So this is essentially just them saying we're putting a blanket ban. Just I think it's good publicity, but also a message to any like random employees who just skipped that race, who have now gone, all right, we have to get vaccinated.
Hey, Mike, do you want to know something funny?
Go on.
Oisin was playing his Formula 1 career mode there on the Xbox during the week.
Yeah.
And Rage quit Monaco because fuck Monaco.
It's such a fucking
Terrible
bullshit
track.
It's such a bullshit track.
I mean, fair enough, fair enough. Would you not just retire at that race and then go
Yeah.
to the next one?
Just
Why
go to the
just
next one,
rage
just
quit?
keep it moving.
No, I did. That's what I did. That's how I
Gotta
rage quit. I rage
total the car.
retired.
Oh, fair.
I was
They're like, Ocean, you still have laps left. And he was like, fuck off.
yeah, I got a message in my inbox afterwards going, "Oh, Ushin, you finished that last race with a ton of fuel left. Maybe you want to look at how much fuel your car." I was like, "Yeah, because I finished it after 2 laps. Of course, I had a ton of fuel left.
Why didn't you just try it?
I was
Just
10
crash
seconds
into the meter
slower
with
than
your
everyone
rival.
in
Just crash.
qualifiers."
Just yeah, when they're trying to lap you, just hard brakes, crash, take them out with you. Be like, yeah, what can I do?
Oh, it was horrific. It's such a bullshit track. No one can.
It is
convince
a
me
bad
otherwise.
track.
I mean, it's streets. It's not an actual race.
No,
course,
yeah.
it's streets.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
even some of
exactly,
the
and
other
it's
street tracks
terrible.
are fine. Like Baku is fine. That's a street track. That's actually a really nice track.
So what you're saying is we're going to Baku this year?
Honestly, like.
I don't think we could afford to go to Baku.
Oh
And
yeah, but we can
Singapore.
afford to go to Singapore,
Singapore's easier to get to.
which is also a street race, Marina Bay Street Circuit.
Yes.
Yes,
Um,
I could have told you that.
is that because you're also looking at it on Wikipedia?
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, I can say because I was there.
Oh.
Um,
Does your granny live near the circuit?
I mean, no, but it's so small. I wouldn't say I'd say no, but I'd say it's the same distance as me to town.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
Singapore's quite small.
I was thinking it wasn't a massive city.
tickets for Singapore are not yet on sale, but I could only assume they're unbelievably expensive.
Oh, probably.
You can have a cousin that views it. I might be able to see if we can watch it from her apartment.
Fucking hell.
That's
Well,
a
I
different.
just stick the webcam out. Oh no, wait, actually go to her apartment. Okay.
No,
I know what in my head I thought you meant that.
90%
Like,
sure she does have a view of Marina Bay.
oh my god, she
I mean,
must be
she's
well off.
pretty close then, yeah.
Yeah. So like, definitely get some.
Honestly, if I do any of this, it'll just be me for 3 days going c'est le compris. And that's all I'm going to do for 3 days. So,
Why?
Archer, and it's funny.
Okay.
C'est
I'd be
le
like,
compris.
they don't speak French in Singapore. why are you just acting French?
Yeah, what a
Speak English.
choice.
Why are you embarrassing yourself?
I'll
Speak English.
be telling my time. I don't know why he's speaking French. I'm so sorry.
Bonjour.
There's a website called f1destinations.com
Yeah.
that prices priced. I have here a budget planner for Singapore Grand Prix. So the budget
Yeah.
option would cost about 540 Singapore dollars, which is about 398 US dollars. Mid range is about 812 US dollars, and the high end is 2,753 US dollars. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll think about it.
Close enough.
Mike just wants us to go to Singapore. He has brought up Singapore at every opportunity for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm just saying it's the best place.
I'm not disagreeing. It's just really far away.
I know.
How far away is it?
Yeah, it's
No,
at
it's in
least
Malaysia,
80 plus
well,
hour flight.
18.
Outside Malaysia, but you know.
Any stopovers or direct?
I assume you'd go Paris
You can go
first.
direct from Paris or
Okay, so stopover in Paris
Amsterdam. Yeah,
or
Amsterdam also. And then I think
I go Paris. I hate Schiphol
I think
Airport so
Emirates
much.
also
Schiphol
do a
Airport's fucking horrific.
I think Emirates also
Schiphol, more
do a
like
stopover,
shithole.
but Paris, you're best off just going Paris or London and then going direct from there.
That makes sense.
We got sidetracked on that one bit of
Yes,
news.
we
It
did.
wasn't even about the Singapore Grand Prix. It was about
No.
Australia.
Yeah, it was the war on Djokovic.
It was the war on Djokovic.
Mike, what other news have you got?
Okay, so remember last week we broke the story of Rafa Benitez being let go.
Yes.
You gotta really feel for ex-Everton player Luke Stiglia had a falling out with Rafa. the club decided to get rid of him rather than Rafa at the time. Sold him to Aston Villa. Within 3 days,
Yes.
Rafa gets sacked. Everton played Aston Villa there on the weekend, and you think, Everton fans, looks did you? That maybe he hated Rafa too. That bottle thrown at him.
Well, I mean, the bottle was thrown at the Aston Villa players as they celebrated. I don't think it was intentionally thrown at him. But
Sounded like
he
an
did get
Everton fan
booed.
sympathizer.
He did get booed by the Everton fans, which seemed like, come on, guys, get your shit together.
It's not his fault. He didn't ask to be sold.
He
Oh,
didn't.
maybe he did.
Yeah, he was kind of pushed out by Rafa, who then got sacked 3 days later. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry for him. All right, Keane, what have you got?
Taking the low-hanging fruit.
Solid.
We just had the division round of the NFL. Big games. I believe they all came down to like last-minute field goals.
Walk-off scores.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
was
that's-
intriguing. Some games good, some games less good.
Yes, it's
Uh,
definitely less good.
Well, yeah, I think the only one that I was kind of annoyed at was the Chiefs over the Bills. Would have loved to seen the Bills win.
I really
aside
wanted
from
the
that-
Bills to win as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was gonna bring this up, but yeah, the annual question comes out again, and I want you to pay. We should change the overtime rules because a lot of people said it's
Yeah.
unfair on Josh Allen. He doesn't get a chance to play.
What do you
Yeah.
change
No,
it
I've
to,
always
though?
said they're unfair.
College rules where they both get, they
Yeah.
keep going till one misses.
They have like a shootout. You start on your opponent's 20, I think, and then it's like a shootout. It's like you can have multiple possessions. You keep going until someone doesn't score and someone scores.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the way the overtime rule is, purely because the overtime rule is set to be that's it. It's just to decide the winner. It's not, but this guy missed. This guy didn't get a chance. The team is your team, like your defense
Yeah,
is just
but-
as important as your offense.
I mean, I get
Well, yeah.
the
Yeah.
complaints of it.
That is
Yeah.
that is fair, but does that mean that your entire season should just come down to your defense? I think that the shootout way is far superior.
But it's like when you do a penalty shootout and your fifth guy doesn't take a penalty because
Yeah.
the game's over before. It's like, oh, that's so unfair. He never got a chance to take it.
No,
No,
literally nobody has
that's-
said that in the
that's
history. They've
very
said,
different.
"Yay,
No.
we've won," or "Fuck, we've lost."
Yeah,
Like
it's-
that's not close at all. Can you imagine that when like a game is over and they've gone, "This is unfair." The right back never touched
Yeah.
the ball.
It'd be
Play
it'd be
replay
more
90
like
minutes.
it'd be more like a penalty shootout. Team A scores their first penalty, and they'll go, "All right, good enough." One penalty does the trick. Team B
Brilliant.
doesn't
Yeah.
get a
My
chance.
I think
analogy.
that. I'm happy with the overtime rule. That's all I'm saying. I don't.
It's
see...
better than the old overtime rule.
Oh, it is
but
better than the old one. But
The
at the same
fact that
time,
particularly last night.
overtime's
when
just
you
to
had-
decide who wins the game
It
because
is.
it couldn't be decided after 4
60
quarters.
minutes.
Really?
Yeah, 60 minutes.
Overtime
Yes,
is
but-
to decide who wins.
It's a worse way
Wow.
of picking who wins. Because if you have to alternate at least one possession each, you need to have somewhat of a defense and somewhat of an offense. Like, particularly when you have the Bills and the Chiefs are two high-powered offenses. Like, everyone knows whoever wins the coin toss wins the game. Like, that was just... Like, I can understand... Like, I think it should be changed. Like, even for the sake of the 10 minutes regular season one that they do. Like, it's just weird. Doesn't make any sense.
That's fair. But yeah, this conversation seems to happen every year.
Yeah,
Does.
yeah.
This year it's because Josh Allen is the victim of it.
No,
This is, I
that's
was reading,
not
the first time in
why.
12 years that neither Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady's in a conference final game.
Yes, I saw that as well. Delighted for that.
Well, we're on that. Matt LaFleur. Do you think he's a good manager, or was it all Rodgers
Ah, he could eat shit.
for his time?
I generally have no idea, and it's
Yeah.
hard to know.
I too have no idea.
like watching that game, they were good. They've been good all season. I'd like to give Fleur some benefit of the doubt, but yeah. But,
2 championship game losses and exits, and 2 number 1 seeds. No
I
Super
mean,
Bowls. And
You gotta be good
Rodgers,
to get
if
to
he,
that point, though.
yeah.
I think he's riding on the Rodgers.
He definitely is a
Bandwagon.
little bit, but as to how
But we'll
much is
see.
hard to know.
We'll see next season if
I
Rodgers
still
does
don't.
go.
I still don't believe Rodgers is ever going to leave.
I think he is.
I would like to see him
I
leave.
think they, yeah,
Every year for the last 10 years, people have said that's his last season, and they go, "No, I'm staying." Okay.
but I think this season the Packers are more likely to get rid of him just because of
the
their
cap.
cap situation.
Yeah, the cap
Yeah.
gets worse if they keep him.
Like it's pretty horrific. at
But
the
they
moment.
lose the fan base if they don't keep him.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I
it's
don't know.
interesting to see what they'll do. But
I think a lot of the fan base might
Already
not like him as
expected to be
much as
gone.
they might not like him as much as they used to after this year. And his off the field antics.
just because he got COVID.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is funny when you compare the Rodgers situation to when he replaced Favre. On how the
Yeah.
fan reacted in the same way.
Yeah. I'd nearly say that Rodgers is more, well, maybe not even. I was going to say he's more important now than Favre was back in the day, but that might be a lie.
Who knows? Jordan Love might actually, probably won't be because I've seen him play
Still
a few
hate Jordan
times.
Love.
But they have to
Trusted him
evaluate.
1 week.
I mean,
Didn't work.
they have to evaluate him at some point because what? Even if Rodgers stays next year, that's another year without Jordan Love. That's 3 years, and he'll have 1 year left before they even have to consider his option.
Yeah, it's a complete,
Yeah.
Without
complete
actually
waste
sticking
of
with
a
him.
rookie
Then-
contract.
Then they signed him on the cheap because they haven't done anything with him.
Or they just draft a
Um,
new QB.
Oh, they drafted a QB.
Yeah.
Um.
I mean, it's worked in the past.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. What have I got? Oh, a great story came out from France during the week. Bordeaux dropped their shirt sponsor Winamax during the week because Winamax repeatedly posted insulting memes and ridiculed their form as they sit 19th in League One. In response to the sponsorship being terminated, Winamax tweeted, "We've been looking for a good defense for an hour, but like Bordeaux, we can't find one."
Oh, fuck.
Oof.
They have a history, Winamax do, of doing this stuff when they sponsored Granada, I believe previously, in September 2020 when Atletico beat Granada 6-1. Winamax posted, I don't know if you guys remember this, but they posted a heat map of João Felix that was just the shape of a penis to show how badly he fucked Granada. So, they've got a...
Like, I think that's funny. I think things like that are funny if you're like team sponsor, but I can understand how higher ups of the team might get a little bit annoyed.
A little
Yeah.
offended.
Just a little bit offended.
The deal that they cancelled was worth €1.3 million per season.
Oof,
Like, that's a lot of money.
that's a lot of money. You think anyone will take on? What did you say they were called? Max?
Winamax.
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 I mean,
anyone take
it
on Winamax
depends.
anymore?
Depends. You gotta check where you are at the table before you accept the
Yeah.
deal.
I mean, the fact that they got a deal after the Granada thing. They're a poker.
actually.
They're like a betting. Yeah, they're bookies. Bet on sports and play poker on Winamax. They're French, I believe.
That would make sense. I wonder why they're sponsoring Granada then. Are they not Spanish?
They are. They used to sponsor
Oh.
Granada. They don't anymore. That deal was cancelled at the end of the season where they posted the heat map.
Surprised that waited to
surprise.
the end of the season.
All right, Mike, have you got anything else?
Nope. I'm all out.
Keen?
Nope.
Okay, I've got two more.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Hit me with your ribbon stick.
One is that Porto, apparently Mbemba is set to leave Porto because of age issues. And you're thinking, all right, They're just being mean just because he's a bit old. But actually,
Yes.
the club suspects that the player is actually 33 and not 27. So
How do they suspect this?
I'm not sure. They couldn't check Wikipedia because shortly after this news came out, someone changed his date of birth on Wikipedia to unknown.
Oh no, that is actually kind of funny. Who did you say it was?
Mbemba.
Ah,
Apparently, similar questions were asked when he was at Anderlecht.
ooh. He's not the 17-year-old who looked 40, is he?
Don't think so.
No,
Signed for
that's not that
Lazio.
guy. Yeah, no, that's not that guy.
Okay.
My favorite comment is Benjamin Button.
Yeah. I know this was like a legit problem with the Manute Bol back in the day. Very famous basketball player who came from, I think, Sudan, where he legitimately had no idea how old he was because he was born in probably the 50s or 60s in South Sudan,
Yeah.
and he had a bunch of scars on his face when they found him. And they're like, "What's these scars?" And he's like, "I don't know. Every 5 years, I take a rock and cut my face, so I have a rough idea as to how old I am."
Jesus Christ. That seems a bit
So
extreme.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? They settled on a date of birth for him, but apparently there's people who believe he was like 6, 7, 8 years older than they think he is. And he played till he was like well in his 30s, I think even his 40s. So there's some people who think he could be playing in his late 40s, still playing basketball, like his mid 40s, which is insane.
It's a pretty insane story, but I think it's quite a. I think it happens. I remember reading a story a while ago about another footballer who had something similar when he moved from Africa to Europe. Essentially, his agent took care of everything, and it turned out he was lying about his age. The
Yeah.
agent was lying about the guy's age, and he was like forced to live with the agent, and the agent was taking care of all his money. And eventually, he told some Bundesliga team. I can't remember who it was, but he told someone at the club, and they had to they were able to get him away from the agent, and the agent had to flee the country, I think, because he was going to be charged with something. I cannot
Being
remember
a
what the
prick.
story was. But, yeah. If I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Appreciate
Please
it.
do.
And then I had, yes, my other one was
Another one.
my final one, because this came out, I think, the day after. I think it might have come out the day that we posted last week's episode, so we didn't get to talk about it. But the Arsenal player under investigation
Oh
for
yeah,
bet fixing. There's an
fixing
Arsenal
them
player
bets.
under investigation. For anyone who doesn't know, there's an Arsenal player under investigation for after an unusual betting pattern was noted when he got a yellow card earlier in the season in a Premier League game earlier in the season, and the FA is investigating it at the moment. It's unconfirmed who the player is. There is reports that it's Granit Xhaka in their 4-1 win over Leeds, but I don't think it's been confirmed by anyone yet.
It has. I think it is. 'Cause if you see the video of the alleged incident in that game,
Yeah. But yeah, it's a weird one. Apparently someone said the bet was only placed, like, it wasn't placed before the game, it was placed mid-game. So it just seems like a very strange way of doing it.
Not
It's like,
really.
all right, if we're winning and I haven't been booked yet in the first 80 minutes, I'll take a yellow card in the 86th minute.
Yeah.
But
That
like,
seems-
Granit Xhaka apparently also should have been sent off much earlier in that game, and just wasn't given the red for whatever reason. But yeah, that's definitely one to keep an eye on. I don't remember having seen any
Yeah.
updates to it.
You don't think it was Thomas Partey just tried to loosen up against Liverpool there? Said, how quick can I get this red card?
I don't know what he was doing.
No, he
He
just
was
woke
being
up.
a team player.
I mean,
He'd
was he?
only
He
flown
woke up
back
the
from
morning,
AFCON
yeah.
9 hours before.
Woke up that morning in Cameroon, flew over, back to London.
Chose violence.
Got sent off and then missed the game of the weekend, which is arguably, I wouldn't say it's just as important, maybe.
It was the whole reason he flew back early was so that he'd be there for the Premier League game at the weekend, and then he got suspended for it because he got that red card.
I think they carried over. I thought it would stay with that competition.
Well,
no,
they
I
got
believe
knocked
it's
out.
just all English competitions.
Oh, fair. Makes sense.
Alright, that's all the news I had.
Yes.
Yes. Alright. So our main topic of conversation today, I say our main topic, we're half an hour in.
That's all we have, folks. Feed the system. Oh no, fuck the system.
You feed the
That
system.
comes to us all.
Fuck the algorithm.
This is why Ushin.
The algorithm comes for us all.
That would be a really good science fiction movie.
It would be actually.
The algorithm comes for us all.
Good, bad, like the movie.
I'd watch that
Oh my
movie.
God.
The algorithm comes for us all.
Oh, we
Whoopi
all know
Goldberg
who
is
we
key.
were get- I was going to say Zach Galifianakis, but sure, we go with that.
You get Whoopi Goldberg.
Alright, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna do a bit of a mid. We're kind of in and around the mid season, so we're gonna do a bit of a mid season review of 6 of the European leagues.
Top 5.
But
in
which 6? Serie C, League 2,
Panorama South, let's go.
the 3rd Bundesliga. Alright, let's start with the Premier League. What are our thoughts on how this season has gone so far?
Some people played some football.
Solid analysis there from Keane. That's what
Some
we keep
good.
him around.
Some less good.
Yeah.
Some very less good.
Newcastle,
Much-
they might survive.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do it.
They just have to win their game in hand, and then they're free.
Well, they Watford and Burnley have games in hand over them. So
Yeah, but they're shit.
that is true.
Watford don't
I
even have
know.
a manager.
I know it's a bit of a reach here, but I am seeing Everton there at 16 with 19 points saying,
Honestly,
What
it's a
if?
possibility.
I know, it's the case of, I know it won't happen, but what if
Kind of funny if it did.
Rafa truly is a miracle worker?
Y'all are terrible people. I just know that.
That's okay.
Okay.
I
long
believe
as
my
we're all on the same page.
shout for Watford to do well at the promoted teams has got horribly wrong.
Who did I say?
I
God,
actually
fuck,
cannot
I
remember
should've
what I
checked
said
that.
either.
One of you said
I'm
Brentford,
gonna
the other
say I
said Norwich.
Brentford.
Oh,
Oh,
I
God,
think I
Brentford.
said Norwich, didn't I? I don't
Wait,
even
maybe
know
I
where
said
my
Norwich.
thing is.
I remember I talked a fair bit about Norwich because of they have Delia
Pookie.
Smith and
Pookie.
Pookie. So maybe I should went Brentford.
Hold on, I actually have my thing here, if I can find it. I think I also said Aston Villa were going to finish top half of the table, and I mean,
They're
It's
close. I mean,
possible.
they're on the same amount of points as Leicester at 26. We're sitting in the top half.
oh yeah, I said Brentford. I have
Oh,
it here.
cunt.
Unlucky lad.
I mean, I'll take one of two. I'd like.
I said Spurs wouldn't do well, and I said
Oof.
West Ham would take a drop. They wouldn't. They would finish below 6. That's not going well so far.
Did I say
I thought
United
they had a huge
would be
overachievement
in the
last
top
year.
4? Did I say they drop out?
I can't remember. I just have what
Yeah.
I just wrote down. These are from my notes from
Yeah.
episode.
We really should have actually checked that, but we can save that for the end of season.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
end of
I mean,
season.
yeah, that's 100% should be in the end of the season. But it's
Pretty sure I
interesting.
put Liverpool like fourth just to not use.
I think he did as well.
Yeah.
Liverpool could still win the league.
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch.
It's a bit of a
will
stretch,
say-
but dream
It's a
scenario,
big bit of a
right?
stretch.
We win our game
Yes.
in hand. We're
Yes.
Points behind that.
6 points off
6
City.
behind.
We win
Yes.
the rest of our games, including the
Yes.
game against City. That puts us 3 behind.
Yes.
Yes.
City also win the rest of their games, other than that one, and their
Yes.
final day of the season. Aston Villa,
Yes.
Steven Gerrard, Coutinho, beat City, Liverpool win the league on goal
Oh my
difference.
fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
I mean, just saying, it's the dream scenario.
I mean, my dream scenario is City just go on an absolute shocking streak of losing.
Oh,
Of course,
that's
that's
win
the
it, run out.
scenario.
Yeah, well, where's your sense of
I
adventure?
think that's the dream scenario for me.
Where's your sense of adventure and
Hosting
excitement?
is your dream scenario.
Scumbag.
I just want one and done. That's it. No need to worry. The nerves. Pushing. You barely get through a 49ers game. Your nerves are going to be shot every game leading up to
But
that.
it's
I need the
enjoyment.
adrenaline. It makes me feel alive.
Yeah.
But
What's
yeah,
the
like,
fun
it
if you
should be-
coast?
I'm pretty sure I said that the top 2 were going to be City and Liverpool, and then there was going to be a
obviously.
gap until Chelsea, and then a gap till everyone else. And so far, that's looking pretty.
Yeah. 1 point, big gap.
Well, I mean, 2
Chelsea's-
games in hand, Keen. Fuck you.
Hey, 1 point gap.
Chelsea's got a bit of a lull streak at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Chelsea at the moment. To be honest, they're not doing as well as I thought they would.
No. The
be
Lukaku
shit.
signing's already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things at the minute is after every Chelsea game is just Lukaku memes. I love Lukaku memes.
I mean, they
Do you
have
think-
been dealt big injuries. Like losing Chilwell for the season is pretty big.
Big loss, definitely.
Yeah.
He was doing really well before he got injured.
He was.
These Leeds are doing alright.
Leeds
I don't know why,
are
but I kind of
15th.
15th.
yeah, not doing too
Just kind of
badly.
assumed they'd be doing worse than that.
It's such
Less-
a weird one because of so many games were postponed. So you're like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no
teams
parity,
playing-
you know.
18
Leicester's
games
had a
and
bit of a
teams play
drop-off
24
from-
games.
the last few seasons.
Yeah, Leicester. I
Yeah.
feel like Leicester have a depth issue. It seems like every season they have an injury crisis.
Yeah.
I don't think they have enough players.
Two standout teams, I would say. I'm happy to see West Ham kept up their form from last year and are still in the mix for top 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give a shout out to Brighton.
Sitting up at ninth. 2 draws, 2 1-1 draws with Chelsea in the past few weeks. It's pretty solid. Keeping that 0 goal difference.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yeah, Brighton aren't doing too badly, to be fair. They're a good team. I think they were unlucky last year. They had they were like they so underperformed their expected goals last year. It was insane. But they love a good 1-1 draw.
Yeah. So what you think the top 4 will be looking at from right now? Stay the same or will it change?
Well, your entire thing is who's going to finish fourth.
Yeah, pretty much. That top 3 is going to stay the same. The order may or may not change, but it's all down to who finishes 4th. I think Arsenal could do it.
I was going to say Arsenal. Well, Tottenham are also out of Europe as well. No distractions.
Yeah,
They might
Tottenham are
sneak
shit.
it.
Yeah, Tottenham are shit.
They are, but Conte's good and gets results.
I think Arsenal could. I think Arsenal will do it. I'm going to say Arsenal to finish 4th.
Are we
I'm going
the
to go
big one
Tottenham.
of the season? How's Man United doing now under Big Ralph?
Uh,
No.
they're-
Like him.
Mixed reviews. They've had some shocking results and they've looked really bad playing in those games, but they've also got a few wins. So
Yeah,
mixed.
like they seem to be fine. Like, oh yeah, they drew with Newcastle and Villa, but they seem to be. Oh, they lost to Wolves.
They
Fuck
They
threw
got
Wolves.
away a 2-0 lead against Villa in like the
Did they?
they got
70th minute.
they got
Coutinho
lucky
Oof.
came
against
on and got a
Villa.
goal and
Yeah.
assist on his debut.
Partly Villa should have been all over them. We're all over them. Should have won that game. Newcastle was the same. They should have beaten United.
Hmm.
So I don't see him being the manager next season or
I
getting the
don't
job,
know.
unfortunately.
Well, I
He was
mean,
never supposed to
he
get
was
the
yeah,
job.
he was never going to get the job.
His contract was due the end
That's
of
what
the
they
year.
said about Ollie.
No, but his
No, but
contract
that
is
was he
you're
has
here
his
till the end of the
job
year,
for
and then
next
you're
year.
then you're a consultant for 2
Yeah.
years. So he was never going to be the manager next year. They could have gone on to win the league, and he wouldn't have been manager next year because he doesn't
he
want
if
to
wouldn't.
be
they
a
won the
manager long
league,
term.
if they
No,
won the
he
league,
he,
they would
but
throw
he
the bag
doesn't
at
want
him.
to be a manager long term.
Yeah, but they throw the bag at him. They give him
Yeah.
a legitimate empty check and blank check and be like, "How much do you want
I mean,
to be a manager?"
if it was about money, I think he would have stayed where he was before he went to.
Yeah, but it's never about money until they offer you too much money, and then it's about the money.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I mean, if they offered you like a lot of money to stay at your job, and you didn't like it,
I don't.
I'm talking like 3 or 4 times your current salary. You'd be like, "I don't like it, but we're doing it." You'd be like,
But I
"At
don't
least
have
we're
anything
buying a
else I'd
house."
rather do. Oh yeah, buying a house. I wish. Even if I
in this
had 3
economy, Keith,
times
come
my
on.
current
Yeah.
salary in this economy, we'd be nowhere
God.
near a house. All right, let's move on from the Premier League because it's been like
Yes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, but that was the big one.
Okay, because if we spend 10 minutes on all of them, that's
We're
another
not gonna.
50 minutes to go. Like,
Yes.
pick a league, any league, of the remaining
La
5
Liga.
options.
What did he say?
Big league, any league. Up there.
No, what did you say?
La
I heard him
Liga.
say-
Ah.
Oh, okay. La Liga it is.
All right then.
Mike, do you have this season's La Liga open? Just checking.
Yeah.
I
Yes, I
forgot
do.
about that.
I just seen Madrid at top and went, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
I just remembered what you meant by that now.
So fucking
That was
funny.
amazing. Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't remember why I had the BBC.
I can't remember
yeah.
why we were looking it up, but yeah, something happened.
I also can't remember.
Much changed from last season's La Liga.
I mean, Barca in 5th. Like,
Let's go
I
fourth.
feel like they've
Real
like,
Betis are doing
steadied
pretty
the
well.
ship.
Barca?
Because when Barcelona were like 9th or 10th, like a couple of games into the year.
Yeah, I think they had a really poor start to the year. Hold on, let me see their matches.
Yeah.
Real
Real Betis and Sevilla though. Ooh, boys.
Betis are a good team, to be fair.
Yeah, like Madrid are only 4 points ahead of Sevilla. That's a tight one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see Atletico so far back.
They've had a lot of problems though in the league. I've been hearing a lot.
Well, did they? They didn't. I keep.
They had a good win there on the weekend. They were 2-0 down or 2-1 down going into at time, and they managed to pull it back
Against Valencia.
3-2. Yeah.
I don't know why, but on the
Ooh.
league
A 90
tables on
and a
Google, I
93rd
keep
minute goal.
mixing up which side the last 5 is.
Oh, I do that all the time.
So
I
irritating.
always think it's the wrong way.
I think
and
it,
it
yeah, exactly. I
irritates
think
me.
it's from left to right, like how you're supposed to read things, but it's not.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like, oh, did Atletico lose their last 2 games? No, they didn't. They won their last one. They
Yeah.
lost like their 4th and 5th last
Yeah.
game. But yeah, I mean, like Real Sociedad are doing quite well as well. Celta Vigo in 12th. I feel
Oof.
like a team with Thiago Aspas should be doing better than that.
Well, none of he's on corners.
Hey, he's 5th in the goal
Is it
scoring.
bad in corners?
He's
You ever type
he's not
in
great at.
Keed if you want to just to laugh? Just type Iago Aspas corner. Guaranteed it's the first video comes up.
I probably will. But this is an interesting thing that I was like, I can understand why people get annoyed at it. But a lot of people, and it is a bit of a problem with professionals who can't beat the first man at a corner.
Oh, it's so fucking irritating.
It is stupid.
But if your tactic is to like attack the near post, you're kind of risking that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but at the same time, get your shit
It should
together.
be. It's the same. I put it on the same thing of you're a professional footballer. How the hell are you doing a foul throw?
Do they ever count
I
them?
no,
I've
they
never
don't. That's
seen
the
that
issue. I've often watched a game and gone, that's a foul
Yeah.
throw, but
Yeah.
no one
Yeah,
ever
I used to do
calls
that all
it,
the time
so
when I was
no
younger,
one
and they
gives
used
a
to never
shit.
call it. Yeah.
Yeah, they call it. I've seen a few in the last few years.
It's very
Who was
rare
the-
though for the
Who was
amount
the
of times
Arsenal
that
player?
they actually
Yeah,
happen.
there was an Arsenal player that had it like in 5 or 6 games in a row. He just couldn't. He always got a foul throw. He's a recent Arsenal player.
I don't remember that.
Granit Xhaka.
No,
Oh,
he's usually off the pitch by then.
Is he still
That's
at
fair.
Arsenal or is he left Arsenal?
I say he's still at it.
he doesn't know who he's talking about.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bellerin.
Uh,
There we go.
Oh,
He's not still at Arsenal.
Is he not?
No, I don't
Did
think
he
so.
move?
I'm pretty sure he did. Hector Bellerin
Yeah, it was.
is at Real Betis on loan, is he?
Huh.
Yeah, he's at Real
Okay,
Betis
yeah,
on
because it
loan.
was. Here we go. Yeah, it was Arsenal's Bellerin trial for being responsible for 5 out of the 16 foul throws
yeah,
in
I've
the
seen
league.
that.
Yeah, see, like they're called so rarely.
Which is interesting.
That's why we need VAR to get involved in it. Get the lines out.
Benzema seems to be running away with the top goal scorer in La Liga.
I hear he's been unhappy to say he's going
Yeah.
to leave if Mbappe comes.
Really?
Yeah,
Where would he go?
sure someone will take him.
He scored 7. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's no.
No, he just becomes homeless. He
That's
just
the
leaves
shit I was
and-
asking, but anyway.
Yeah, where will he go? I'm sure. Probably Italy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
scored 17 goals in the 22 games Real Madrid have played so far in the league. Like
That's
some
quite good.
goals.
I think it's more of a case of he's had his time. He wasted his. No, he didn't waste his prime years, but he played second fiddle for most of his Real Madrid career, and it's only in the last few years he's been the main man. And he's like, I don't want to do that again.
But I think Madrid fans have always loved him. Have always thought he was fantastic, which he has been. He's always
Yeah.
he's always been a great player. But I think a lot of people, yeah, when Ronaldo was there, a lot of people just focused on Ronaldo and didn't really give Benzema the recognition and
Yes.
respect he deserved.
Now that Ronaldo's gone, he's like, this is my team now. He's the
Pretty
toughest
much.
bitch.
Mbappe walks in and Benzema's like, "Get out of my swamp." All right, Keane, your team to pick it. Your turn to pick a league, any league of the 4 remaining.
Eredivisie.
All right, solid choice. And we look at I have to say, the thing that stands
Wait.
out to me first off is Willem II in 15th.
Yes! I was just about to say it.
That's a
Where's Willem the First?
bit of an oof.
We don't talk about
Um,
Willem the first.
The fact that they've lost 5 straight games and are still 4 points clear of the relegation playoffs is pretty impressive.
Wait, are they not actually a second team?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Oh. I thought they were a second team.
Fuck's sake.
No, I'm
It
pretty
said
sure.
Willem too.
It does say Willem 2. That is true. But
That's why I asked
I
where Willem 1 was. I was like, normally they don't let them play at the top league.
Could see the
But yeah,
Eagles
fair play.
representing at 13th.
go ahead, Eagles.
Oh, the go-ahead Eagles and
I'm
Hercules at 14th.
I know
Fair
we
play to
talked
take on a
about
whole
this
team by himself.
before Christmas. We talked about Ajax and their insane defensive record so far.
Oh my god!
They conceded their 5th goal of the season. This weekend in a 2-1 win over PSV to put them top of the table.
They're still only 2 points clear.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Before this weekend, they'd conceded 4 goals, but they were in 2nd place.
Oh my god!
Not anymore though.
They have a goal difference of 56.
Yep.
The one highlight I saw from that Ajax PSV game was an Ajax player go down injured, roll off the field, realise he'd rolled off the field, and rolled back onto the field.
Yes. Top class shithousery right there. Top class.
Smart play.
That's him recognizing the rules.
Oh, exactly.
Do you know what I always think about in the Eredivisie? Best thing that's ever happened to them was when Steve McLaren, when the old English managers went to FC20,
yes, the fake accent.
Yeah, developed a Dutch accent while speaking in English.
Fuck's
Yes.
sake.
As we play the Arsenal.
Yes. Oh, it's phenomenal.
Any other thoughts on the Eredivisie? It's hard to see Ajax not giving up, not winning now, having conceded 5 goals.
You tell me they conceded 2 on the weekend, was it?
No, they conceded
To
1.
be fair,
2. 1.
at the rate, they've drawn 3 games. PSV have only drawn 1. If PSV can win more, and then they have a lot of bunches, like another couple of 0-0 draws, just saying, could be caught.
That's a fair point.
Who do you just want to win it? Ajax or PSV?
I don't.
I
They both win it a lot, don't they? Like,
think Ajax have been so dominant
really?
for quite a while.
Did Twente not win it in the last 5 years? 5-6 years? Just Feyenoord won it in the last 5 years. I think Feyenoord won it in the last 5
PSV are the last team other than Ajax to win it, and that was the 2017-18 season.
Right.
Yeah.
Since
Feyenoord
then-
won it the year before then.
Ooh, by 1 point.
But yeah. Yeah, so.
Spicy. PSV
I believe
by
their
2
count
points the
was
year
with
before
Feyenoord
that.
then.
PSV, do you
I
have
mean,
one
yeah,
as
go
well?
PSV.
I think PSV as well, to be honest, just because
Also-
Ajax have won it for what's that,
It
4
is-
years in a
this-
row now?
Or
I
I
think
believe, yeah.
this is the last
Or this
year
would be
of
fourth.
the Eredivisie as it is.
Why, what's
And
that?
then it
Untitled-
becomes
Oh,
merged with the Belgian
the
league.
Belgian league.
yes.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
I didn't
'Cause the
realize that was
Belgian league-
the end of this year.
Would have a
Is
good,
it?
good couple of
just
teams,
don't-
wouldn't
I
it?
can't tell if it is this year. I know it's coming up.
Well, you said at the end of the year.
You
I
did
think
say
it's
at the
this
end
year.
of the
I did say I think it's the end of the year. Think.
You gotta
keyword
fact
here.
check your shit.
I am fact checking right now.
Fucking hell, Mike. Hurry up. Hurry up.
God. Pro Football League of Belgium. Aye. It is yet to be confirmed.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Mike.
All it says is both
Well, they-
teams are favourite. That's it. They haven't picked a date.
Ah, god damn it,
I mean,
Mike.
yeah. Although, like, I that seems like a good idea. They're 2 mid-tier leagues. Like, Belgium would be far behind the Dutch league, I would think. And
Belgium
okay.
have some good teams, to be fair.
yeah,
New thing here.
Yeah.
Wow.
new thing. Oh, new thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, new thing is basically from everything I've just looked at with this merger, there is nothing to confirm this other than Belgium have voted to join in. No saying from the Dutch teams yet. So I don't know if Belgium are just going, well, we voted, we're in.
So where the fuck
Yeah.
did she get the end of this season from?
Because I remember, because they brought it out last year and said it was to happen, it was happening. But now I'm looking, it just says only Belgian clubs have voted. No. That's it.
I mean, yeah.
Ah, be grand. Alright, let's move along.
Would make a good one for Football Manager, though.
It would.
Then
it
Lux
would.
League.
I think people have made packs where you can download, and that's the league. They joined
Fair.
it too. Anyway, let's move along. Let's go. I'm going to go with Syria.
Of course you did.
Syria.
Classic.
And now we go throw to our Syria expert, Ushin.
Expert's a bit extreme. Let's not push it.
Yeah, I would say extreme.
I don't want to sell an incorrect picture to our audience.
Okay, guy who occasionally watches Serie A highlights. Oh, shit.
Yeah, sounds about right. Inter are doing really well.
Yeah.
Even after
Do you know
losing.
how I know that?
How do you know that?
Lukaku memes.
That's very fair. Even after losing out on Lukaku and Conte.
Ooh.
They're
They
6
add
points
him.
clear at the moment with a game in hand. Like,
They do great.
4
their
points
transfer
clear.
though. During the window when they sold
Right.
Lukaku and Hakimi,
Kid,
they
Max
got
is
That's
Did
fair.
they-
I was like,
That's
am I looking at the
difficult.
wrong one?
they brought in Dzeko, who is a very good striker,
Oh, yes.
to replace him for half the price.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're doing
Napoli
very well.
doing well there.
Scored 53 goals. Napoli are doing very well as well, to be fair. Milan, Juventus aren't having a great year. Sitting in fifth.
No, I was just sitting there. I was like, can't remember the last time I've seen Serie A table have Juventus not at the top.
My boy,
Last year.
yeah,
I
last year.
Didn't even check Serie A table.
That's fair.
I just know Inter won
was
it,
just
but
going
I
back
never
a
saw a
few
table.
years.
Juventus scraped Champions League football last year,
Oof.
if I remember correctly. Yeah, by 1 point ahead of Napoli. I think they
Oh,
scraped
Napoli.
in the last game of the season. My boy Ciro Immobile is tied for top goal scorer on 17 goals with Dusan Vlahovic, who is getting a lot of interest from a couple of Premier League teams. 21-year-old Serbian playing in Fiorentina. 17 goals scored so far this season. Arsenal had a ton of links. So that's interesting. 15 minutes
man.
ago, someone on YouTube posted Dusan Vlahovic, welcome to Juventus 2022. So that's just some random guy on YouTube.
Why would he take a step down to Juventus?
Yeah, I don't know. I am very confused by that. Some random guy posted that on YouTube, so maybe he knows something we all don't, but I don't think so.
I mean, maybe. But
Maybe,
probably not.
but probably not. But yeah, I mean, Lazio aren't doing great. Even with my boy knocking them in left, right, and centre. Lazio are sitting down in 8th, is it? The table is loading for me again, so. Yeah, Lazio are sitting in 8th. It's not been a great season for them, even with Immobile scoring 17 times.
Are they normally higher than that? I
Um,
thought they'd be.
I'm
I
actually.
mean, they've been okay.
They finished
Champions League
6th
1 year of the
last
last
year,
couple. Yeah.
4th the year before. But like, when you're scoring 17 goals in 23 games, you really expect your team to get the finger out.
Yeah. That's very fair.
Same for
Maybe he'll be
Fiorentina, I
moving
suppose,
on.
to be fair, because Vlahovic has also scored 17 goals, and they're on the exact same number of points.
So maybe that's the problem.
Stop
having a
scoring, you
superstar. Yeah.
bastards!
Maybe they
I'm
should learn to
noticing a trend.
defend. And we might have won a few more games.
Does anyone else have anything to say on Serie A, or will we move on?
We can move on.
We'll move it on. We'll keep
All
it
right,
going.
let's move it on to Mike. Pick between the final
Take-
two.
Bundesliga.
All right. I
All right,
mean,
Bayern win.
Bayern
League
pretty
One.
much running away with it, to be fair.
Not as much as I thought. I thought they'd be more ahead because aren't they normally like?
I mean, they're 6 points clear
Dominating.
at the moment.
Yeah.
I assume they've still to play Dortmund once more.
I forgot they went to 18 teams.
Yeah, they have to play Dortmund on the 23rd of April.
Jeez, Leipzig
let's-
aren't having a good year.
Leipzig are not having a good year. I've also just
No.
noticed that.
Mm.
Like, enjoy the Europa Conference.
Oh, we have held Bochum. What a place. Where that Pikachu lied to me and Mike.
How dare that Pikachu do such
Now,
a thing?
when we say this person lied to us, we got there. It's near the stadium.
I'm sorry,
right?
no,
Was
there
it
was
in
no
the stadium?
person. No person lied to you. Pikachu
It
lied
lied
to
to
you.
us. Yeah.
Yes.
Pikachu lied. We asked directions. It said go right, so we went right.
We
And
didn't
all
even
it
ask
did-
directions. We just followed. We were like going to a Pokemon tournament. We found a guy with a Pikachu costume. He clearly knows where he's going, and we followed him. And he went the long way around.
Around the stadium, just around the stadium. We just
Yeah.
went around the stadium. Got to the same point where we went. Oh, there's the door. If we
Yeah.
had just went straight instead of following this Pikachu,
Yeah.
we would have
You
gotten there.
fucking idiots.
Oh yeah.
I think
Hey,
that's on
we were
you
there
more
plenty
than the
of time,
Pikachu, to be honest.
Like, yeah.
That Pikachu was
stadium,
walking
though.
around the stadium going, why the fuck are these two guys stalking me?
That's it. He was actually running away from us.
Not a great season for newly promoted Firth. I believe they're newly promoted. Yeah, they're sitting dead last.
Didn't they only like promote one this year because they went down to 18 or something like that?
I can't remember. I think were Stuttgart not down in the lower division last season? Maybe they were in
Oh,
the lower
maybe.
division the season before. Oh yeah, I think 1920 Stuttgart were in the lower division.
Oh, fair.
They went
fair.
down to 18 teams last season, I think, though, didn't they?
Oh, I thought it was recently. I could be wrong.
no,
Never
hold
mind
on.
me.
They've been on 18 teams for quite a while.
Really? All right, disregard everything we've said for the last few minutes.
Yeah,
What
going
you
back to
said.
2014-15, they're still on 18 teams. I feel like I remember something about how only one team was promoted and relegated last year, though. Maybe might have been the year before. What year did they stop? I thought they stopped one season early for COVID, but it doesn't look like they did.
No, that was France.
Oh yeah,
League
Bundesliga
One.
was the first league to come
Play.
back.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
We
that.
yeah,
all
was,
got
yeah.
into
There was
Bundesliga
that
for
one
quite a
month.
while.
Yeah, that one month where
Yeah.
Bundesliga was the only
The only
football we got.
you could watch.
That's
I
right.
remember. Good times,
God, that seems like a lifetime ago.
doesn't it just? Leipzig will be very disappointed if they don't get European football, which is a distinct
Yeah.
possibility, looking at
Yeah.
where they're.
I'm
Yeah.
holding out for FC Union Berlin.
That'd be great for them, to be fair.
It would.
Union Berlin to get Champions League football would be huge. They were only promoted like a couple of seasons ago.
Probably.
This is their
I've
third
heard
season.
them before, but yeah.
This is their third season in the Bundesliga. Excuse me. In the Bundesliga. Their first season promoted, they
club
finished
full stop.
11th, then 7th, and now they're sitting in 4th, which would be huge.
Seems like a fucking football manager save they've got going on there.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Alright, let's move on. Cian,
Yes.
it's your turn to pick. Pick a league, any
Welsh
league.
Premier
As
Division.
long as it's the one remaining league.
No, he said Welsh Premier. Who's
Fine,
currently
we'll
winning
talk
that?
about the Welsh Premier then.
Newtown Saints. Newtown Saints. That's my guess.
No, close
It's
though.
the New Saints.
Oh, maybe I got it wrong.
Newtown are
Newtown are
currently
second.
Okay, I think I just got two. I know TNS was the team I was thinking of because they played an Irish team a couple of years ago.
That's fair. They have won their last. Yeah, Jesus Christ. They're like 14 points clear after 18 games.
Oh my god.
There's only 12 teams in the. How many?
Barry are sitting currently 9th.
Oh, good old Barrytown.
Yeah.
Oh, what the? Oh, this is. God damn it, I hate this kind of thing. Okay, so the Welsh Premier Division is one of the ones where it breaks up into phases.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah, so after 22 games, they split up into Group A and Group B.
So you're
which I
telling me
just
the Druids
don't
have a
like.
chance?
Well, given that they finished dead last year with 4 wins, 4 draws, and 24 losses.
Did not get relegated?
No, I don't. I suppose there's not. There must be relegation in the Welsh.
No, I know for a fact there is because I was looking at doing a save in Wales and Football Manager recently.
Well, they didn't get relegated last year.
Yeah.
And they're currently last again this year.
They are with,
With
0
2
wins.
points.
0 wins,
2
2
points.
draws, and
Yeah, I
16
know
losses.
it relegates to like a north and south after like the top division, if I remember correctly.
Does it? Are you sure?
Yeah. Cymru North and Cymru South.
What's the Welsh second division then?
It's issues called Cymru North and Cymru
Oh,
South.
yeah, you did just say that.
Yeah.
So why didn't they get relegated last year? We're doing a
I feel
deep
like we're
dive
getting
now because
sidetracked here.
no,
Yeah.
you're the one who chose this league, Keane. We're in it now.
I did.
We're in it now.
All right, let's
Oh.
have a look.
Airbus UK Broughton are currently winning the North by 4 points. Oh, with the game in
Yeah, it
hand.
does say.
That's huge.
Hang on. Yeah, it's looking last year's table. It says relegation to North and South, Aberystwyth Town and Kevin Druids. I don't know why they stayed up then.
Well, Kevin Drew, yeah, that's
I don't think there's a playoff.
And who was the second team that got relegated?
Aberystwyth Town. Aberystwyth Town. There's
Aberystwyth.
not as many vowels. Not as many vowels in
Aberystwyth?
that word as I'd like.
Aberystwyth, possibly.
Yes. Yep. that
Which
one.
is strange because they actually finished third last. They didn't finish second last. That was Flint Town United, but they also didn't get relegated. They're currently second last in the table. On 17
Well, I'm looking
points.
at this year's one. I might be looking at this year's one actually. Hang on.
Oh, that makes sense. But
Yeah, didn't they? Yeah. Okay, they didn't. They're going to relegate this year, but for some reason they didn't last year.
was it a COVID thing?
Could have been. Maybe they didn't finish the lower leagues.
If anything, it looks like they played more games last year. Oh, no. It was because in 1920 they stopped it. That makes so much sense. Okay, that makes sense.
You want to know something funny though?
Yeah,
Wow.
always.
Neither winner of the North or South were last promoted because they failed to secure a Tier 1 license, so it was the runners-up of both leagues that got promoted.
Fucking
Oof.
hell. That's to do
Yeah.
with stadiums, isn't it? Stadium size?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's to do with stadium size.
One was a university, so...
Alright. I suppose I'll pick.
That's it. We've done the 5.
We've done, yeah, Big Five and Friends.
We're not going to talk about the French league.
Just because I
Farmers
want to
League.
say, hey, look who's in second. Nice. Nice.
PSG are running away with that league, to be fair. They're 11 points clear after 22 games.
Yeah,
Who'd their one loss come
yeah.
to?
Nice.
They play Nice.
Who won
next,
last
to be
year?
Nice.
fair.
Was it Lille that won last year?
I think it was
No.
Lille.
Oh, it was Leo.
Yeah, it was Lille.
Yeah, they
It
were
was your
10th.
man, the biggest fraud in football history.
Yes.
Yilmaz.
Turkish lad. Yeah, him.
Oh, their one loss came to Stade Rennes, who were doing really well. They were second for a while, I thought. But they've
They're
not been on a
first now.
great run.
Recently
They have
lost
not.
4-0 to Rem.
Yeah, Lille have not been doing well this year. It's not been a good defense of the title.
No, it has not.
No, shame on Saint Etienne, one of the lads I used to work with. Big fan of them.
Yeah, I remember them being like
In Europe, Champions
Yeah.
League against
Yeah,
Liverpool.
normally decent.
decent. They finished 11th last year.
Oof.
Bordeaux
huge
languishing in 17th.
They finished 4th in 2019. Saint Etienne.
They've had a steep decline.
Yeah. What's the Conference League qualifiers? Never mind. Any other comments on the French league? I think we've covered everything. PSG are going to win it.
They have a team called Clermont Foot.
Yes, they do.
I
That
just feel like people need to know that.
that is true.
Very tight at the bottom there.
Yeah. Especially now Bordeaux don't have a shirt sponsor anymore.
What's it? What?
As
How many
everyone
get
knows, your
relegated?
shirt sponsor is worth like 2 or 3 points per season.
Oh,
How
of
many
course.
get relegated? Out of curiosity, the French.
Judging
2
by
and
these
then
colours,
bottom 2
yeah.
and then third last goes into a relegation playoff against
Okay.
I assume third in Ligue 2.
Yeah. League. Yeah.
Ligue 2.
I think Bordeaux will stay up with new sponsorship to reinvigorate them.
Are they going to get new sponsorship? Who knows?
I
Keep
hope
an eye
not.
out. Actually, I'm gonna check what's their shirt sponsor situation at the moment. Bordeaux shirt sponsor. Da 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 do. Yeah, no, there's been no update. I don't think they seem to have one. Anywho, Winamax is also a sponsor of RC Lens,
God, I jumped ship.
who are currently sitting at 8th. No wonder they were able to make fun of a team. They were like, we've got a better one already. But yeah. Any final comments on either the French league or any of the leagues we talked about, or just anything in general? Not anything in general. Anything we talked about in general this evening?
No, I'm okay. I got my Welsh Premier Division out of the way.
You did, you scumbag. Alright. Yeah, alright, in that case.
Can you let
The
Keane do
algorithm
the
comes
ending?
for us all. Beat the system.
That's what it was. Beat the system.
Alright, yeah. We'll leave it there, so. Fuck the system. Feed the algorithm. Death comes for us all. Nailed it.